Welcome to the first lesson of the course of the Song of the Spheres. This course is going to involve 81 lessons. They're divided into 9 verses. Each of the 9 verses will have 9 lessons. This is our first lesson, and in this lesson we glimpse fullness. We get a glimpse of the visual representation of the 81 seeds of creation, which, as we will learn in this first lesson, which will have a few parts, this vision of fullness, this vision of the 81 seeds of creation includes 108 seeds of creation. For today, we are simply going to look at the 81 seeds of creation. Let's have a look. You see in the video, it begins with a golden form, a singular source, then there's a reflection, and 3 petals grow upward, then another 3, then another 3. Then there's another flash of light at that golden sphere, and petals grow downward. Then another flash of light, and petals grow out to the left and right, and another flash of light, and petals grow to the corners, upper left, upper right, bottom left, and bottom right. So this, what we have seen, is a visual representation of the form of creation. Let's go ahead and take a look at that again, just to make sure that you spot all of the elements. Then we're going to go through those elements together. So we begin with a golden sphere, then a flash, then 3 petals growing upward, another 3 petals upward beyond that, and another 3 above that, for a total of 9 petals upward. Another flash, and then 9 petals growing downward, another flash in the center, 9 petals growing out to either direction, left and right, another flash, and the petals growing out to the 4 corners. The flash is important. Let's walk through the various steps and take a look at some pictures, some idea of what we have seen. We begin with the golden sphere in the center. Here, at this beginning, there is only one seed. There is just the source, just the golden sphere, nothing else. It will then look upon itself, and in this process there is a flash, a reflection. And now there are 2. There's the source, the original, and the reflection. And out of the 2, everything else begins to grow. But this reflection, let's take another moment and focus on the reflection. The central sphere looks upon itself, as that is all there is to look at. So it sees itself. And in this process, there is no visible movement, no outward growth or development, and yet something has happened. The process of reflection generates a flash. The flash is the signal that the reflection has occurred. We have gone from a single sphere to 2 spheres, the original and the reflection. Now we have 2, and out of the new sphere, out of the reflection, the form begins to grow. We see 3 petals growing upward, then another 3 petals and another 3 petals, and the upward part of the form is complete. This process of reflection, where the central sphere reflects upon itself, looks upon itself and sees a reflection, and in that reflection there is a flash. This process happens at the beginning of the formation of each of these leaves, the groupings of the petals. So the one that goes downward also begins with this flash of reflection from the source. Once we have the 9 petals growing downward, we have another flash, and the petals grow out to the left and to the right. And then when we add in the final 4 leaves with 9 petals in each, there is a flash of reflection at the beginning of each of those. So let's count the seeds. Let's count to see where the seeds are. Let's take a look at the pictures again. So we start with the golden sphere. It looks upon itself as there's nothing else to look at. With that flash, there is a reflection, and that means that we now have two spheres. And out of that, we get three petals that grow upward, and then above those three, another three, and above those three, another three, for a total of 9 seeds going upward. Then there's another flash of reflection, and the 9 seeds go down. Then the 9 seeds go to the left and right, and the 9 seeds go to the 4 corners. With each of those 9, there is a reflection, which means we have 9 in the center. The original golden sphere and 8 reflections, 1 for each of the directions of the outward growth of the petals. So that gives us 81 seeds. It is important for us to realize that this form, this golden form of creation, representing the 81 seeds of creation, also represents the 108 seeds of creation. Lantos and Todt have both mentioned to Cindy that there are 81 seeds of creation as we return to the source. But as we go from the source outward to creation, there are 108 seeds of creation. So there is a difference of 27. There are 27 cosmic spheres. There are 27 additional seeds as we move outward from the source. In our next segment of the first lesson, we're going to focus more on this difference between the 81 seeds as we return to the source and the 108 seeds as we come back out from the source. Okay, everyone, for today's lesson, the important thing for you to remember is simply that you have seen the golden form of creation. You understand how it is created, how it develops from a single golden seed, a single golden sphere, out into the fullness of the form representing the 81 seeds. And that you understand there are 81 seeds as we return to the source and 108 seeds, somehow, as we come outward from the source into creation. That is all you need to understand for today's lesson. And it may not seem like much, but we begin with a vision of fullness. And this vision of fullness requires tremendous light to simply be presented to people. So it is a good accomplishment for our first lesson of the course of the Song of the Spheres. We'll see you for the next lesson.